Gamers, I'm full of being invisible. I ate invisibility hot dogs for lunch, so it made me invisible. But I can control the invisibility. What is my hairline doing here? Jesus. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Like, get it together. Get it the fuck together. Ugh. What the fuck? Like, where does this strand go? I hate this strand so much. We're doing the thing again. We're doing the thing again. We're doing the thing again. Shove it up through here, cause I hate it. I just hate what it keeps doing. Shove it up through here. There. And now we can ignore it. Now we can ignore it because it's up there. How's it going, gamers? Saturday, 1 p.m. Eastern. Sorry that... Did I, like, get everything up there except the strand of hair that's actually bothering me? I think that's literally what happened. Sorry about no stream yesterday. Little girl was home, and would not have been able to get her to bed in time for the usual time slot, and I was exhausted anyway, so skipped out on it. Hope you all are doing good. We need to power up the old stink pad and get down to some gaming. Today's gaming juice is liquid death. I assume if I drink this I'm gonna fucking die. Otherwise it's false advertising. So let's see. Let's see if this liquid death kills me. Not that. See, if I was smart, I would have prepared like a button on my stream deck where if I press it, the scene gets switched to like a skeleton that instantly ragdolls, but I'm not smart, so I'm actually fart. Let's get the computer powered up here. Oh boy. Oh boy. Ah, the cat is here to say hello. Hello, cat. What are you doing? Where's my computer? Help, computer. There it is. Alright, let me get the video back. Oops, I pressed it too many times. How about now? There we go. Alright, it is February 28th, 2026, and the time is 13 o'clock, 3 minutes and something seconds. I only know... Okay, the big gamer news is that they announced a new Pokemon. I know very little about it because I wasn't watching because I don't fucking care. Cinco showed me the starters though, and like... The dog is fine, but I hate the other two. I don't fucking like the other two. They're stupid. But dumb. And I hate that the gecko is a girl. The gecko being a girl means you can't name it Gex. Because Gex would never be a girl. Gex would never in his life dream of being a girl. So, it's all fucked. It's all fucked.
Ding, 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 ding. Welcome to Windows 98. Why are you still using Windows 98? What is wrong with you? Stop buying computers from thrift stores, man!
The other thing is that after all of the Nintendo leaks that came out in the last few years, you know, and I watched a video going over the development, like kind of time frame of the previous one, Pokemon Legends ZA. After watching that, like, the only thing I can think of when I see a new Pokemon game, the only thing that I can think of is, how is this game going to be horribly gimped? by the way too short development time. Because that seems to be the problem with every single Pokemon game, just based on what I've seen from the Nintendo leaks. All the Pokemon games, they don't have enough time to work on it, and they end up with a gimped piece of crap that still sells millions because Pokemon fans are stupid as fuck. So I can't bring myself to be excited about it. That's just what it is. I just can't. That's just how I feel about it. Photon Shop. And you know, on top of that, while looking at the leaks and the development of the various Pokemon games, I keep seeing this really stupid pattern where more or less every time Game Freak starts a new Pokemon game, more or less, obviously there's exceptions, especially within the same generation, but more or less they throw out the entire fucking engine and start over. Like, why did they have to start over from scratch making their engine when they were making Pokemon Legends ZA? Could they really have not built on top of either the Pokemon Legends Arceus engine or the Pokemon Violet, whatever the other color is, engine? Like, why did they have to start over? How much time do they waste every single time in one of these extremely short dev cycles? How much time do they waste recreating the Pokemon engine from the ground up? Why do that? Why? It just baffles me. It just seems like a company that does nothing but bad decisions. Over and over. And over. I don't know. I don't know. It irks me. It irks me to see that, you know. Oh, Sinisto, thanks for subscribing. It just irks me to see these obvious faults in how they do shit, and they do nothing to improve it. I'm willing to bet that, like, I heard, like, that the new one they showed off has, like, fancier graphics. I'm willing to bet they contracted those graphics out. Because there's nobody in their office that knows how to fucking do that. Believe it or not, I don't like being this negative all the time. I just can't help it. Most of the shit I'm seeing on the internet just fucking sucks. Alright, Cat, you're gonna stay here with me, but I'm gonna close the door because I don't want you running off into the hall and screaming at the top of your lungs. There we go. Alright. Where'd my drink go? Oh, there it is. Another thing they announced is, like, for the whateverth anniversary of Pokemon is this little mini Game Boy shaped thing that you can put little mini fake Game Boy cartridges in, and no, not play games, you fucking idiot. Listen to music. It was like 40 something or like little music cartridges that you can put into the fake Game Boy to listen to music. 40 something pieces of just like plastic, like eventual landfill waste. Like, I'm sorry that I'm talking instead of working on this, but let me get this out. Like, you can see, like, it's plainly obvious that these days it's extremely cheap and low cost to actually produce a little handheld game console that can play Game Boy games. You see it out of China all the time. They sell them for dirt fucking cheap. Why could Nintendo have not done that? Why could Nintendo have not released the whateverth anniversary mini Game Boy that plays Pokemon Red and Blue? No, instead they released the Pokemon whatever anniversary mini Game Boy that includes a ton of pieces of plastic garbage that plays music. It's absurd. And I heard it sold out because people stupid. Yeah, believe it or not, I don't like being this negative. I just keep being presented with negative news over and over and over. But like Nintendo, I feel like Nintendo made the NES Classic, the NES Classic, the SNES Classic, saw that it was selling relatively well, and decided, you know what, we can't do this. We're cannibalizing our Nintendo Switch sales, and then they stopped. That's the impression I get. I obviously have no proof of that, but I can't think of any other reason why they stopped producing those classic consoles after that. Closest thing we got after that was the stupid-ass little Game & Watch things with Mario and Zelda, and that was it. Like, I would have bought the little mini Game Boy Pokemon thing if I played video games, because there's a pretty high chance it would be hacked to play more video games, and I think that's neat. I don't know, it's one of those things where it's like, it doesn't matter that it's an incredibly stupid idea, because at the end of the day, they're going to make bank off of it anyway from Pokemon fans with extremely low standards, so they don't have to try. Their fan base has such low standards that they don't have to try. It's fucked. But basically everything with a huge fan base is like that, more or less. It's very, very rare that something with a huge fan base actually gets punished for putting out something that sucks. Okay, we have Bill here. Remember how I started this trying to figure out a way to make them look robotic? And by the end we just have Bill. Like, that kind of fell apart. At this resolution, it's very hard to put in like robotic kind of details and not, you know, ruin what you're doing. Anyway, so skinny little Bill here has to be able to turn into this fat, blobby Bill head behind him. So we're gonna add some stuff to him so he can. My idea is that, okay, like all these guys, like they're gonna have like a crunch animation where, you know, they have their pose doing whatever. There's gonna be a middle crunch animation where their limbs are kind of like folding in, just for like one frame, and then the next frame they pop into the hands that we drew for them. So that, you know, their transformation is more or less just, you know, like it just happens for them. Bill, obviously, just crunching down and becoming a blob of a head is a little weird. So I'm thinking we put some additions onto Bill that will allow him to more believably turn into the Cosby head. I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. One moment. I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. Is this safe? Just checking a website to see if it's safe or if it's gonna show like all of my like DNA. Okay, so example of what I mean. Back in the day, at the asshole end of the 90s, the Animorphs were a very popular book series for kids, about kids who had the power to turn into animals. And they use these powers to engage in a war with aliens, and the story's actually pretty fucked up. Like, if you ever sit down and read the Animorphs, that shit is fucked up. So much fucked up shit happens in there. Like, towards the end, like, the main group of Animorphs end up recruiting a bunch of... And I'm not making this up. They recruit a bunch of disabled children and give them the power to turn into animals. And their logic is, well, they're disabled, their life kind of sucks. Well, we need soldiers. So if they die, it's not so bad. It's like, what? But yeah, the Animorphs gets really fucked up towards the end. But anyway, no, in the peak of its popularity, there was toys made by the Transformers people. And obviously just turning a car into a robot is one thing, but turning a child into an animal is a little bit more difficult. So you end up with all of this shit hanging off of them so they can transform. Got these wings in the back. Don't worry, this is just a regular child. But you wouldn't know he turns into a hawk. You wouldn't know by looking at this. I know you wouldn't know by looking at this, but this child turns into a third of a T-Rex. Oh my god. Yeah, this guy, like, would you believe he also turns into part of a T-Rex? Because he does. He does. That one's just kind of furry. Already saw this one. I think I bought this toy at some point, like later, years later. I don't know where it is, but this one I kind of like because, you know, Andalites kind of have a neat design. This one's passable because, you know, it's an Andalite, but you kind of get the picture. Like, look. This person turns into a bear. What the fuck are these skin flaps on them? Stingray. Half the Stingray's on his back. Are there any other good ones? I'm not sure. We might have seen all the really good ones. We usually saw the Stingray. That's already an alien. That doesn't count. I think we saw most of the good ones. Yeah, we saw the good ones. But anyway, so my idea is we add some bullshit onto Bill here that he uses to turn into the blobby head. So my idea is we have big, like, mechanical wings coming out from his back that are the same color as Cosby's face, and those are the parts that will wrap around him to form the head. And maybe we can take the Bill head, like, robot ear antenna things and put them on little Bill as like shoulder pads. And I think that's enough to make it, like, you know, a little more believable. That's my idea. It's very hard to throw your head back and drink a drink when you have shit like a headset on and a hat that could fall off. So I have to, like, hold on to the top of my head like a moron when I throw my head back. Okay, so that's my idea. That's my idea. Mamma mia. Let's see. So let's start with the wings. It's just gonna be a general shape going here. Should we do this with lines? Maybe we should do this with lines. 2 pixel wide lines. Maybe. Let's see. Kind of like this. And then we can add various, like, kind of robotic, like, partitions on here. I was never a huge Transformers kid. That was always kind of a thing more for the previous generation, I think. Like, when Transformers was huge, I want to say I must have been an infant, so for me it was more Beast Wars. I had the I did have a lot of the Beast Wars toys. Definitely was a big fan of them Beast Wars. Alright, I'll just get some paneling on here. Or were there so many transforming shows back then? Because kids liked it, so they could sell toys. They could sell toys of it, and that's, you know, that's good. I remember there was, on Toonami, there was that one show, very Gundam-like. Hold on, I'm gonna sneeze. I was never big on Gundam for some reason, even though it was on Toonami. I should have been watching it. I don't know why I wasn't. But there was one show that came on like early in the morning before school. It was Zoids. And I think the Zoid designs are kind of cool. There was two shows that I remember coming on. There was one where they were like, you know, the main characters of the show were out like in the world. This world has been like torn apart by war, and the main character had like this tiny little like Velociraptor looking white robot Zoid that could power up the bigger Zoids. So people kept trying to steal it from him, and he's out there, you know, living his life and trying to stop the war or something. I don't know. That was the show that I preferred to watch. Later on, they started showing this weird one where like the whole world was in like some kind of like tournament, and like various, you know, groups had their own like competitive Zoids, and they would fight each other. And I didn't like that one because the way that everyone was characterized was extremely like you understand. Even at the time, I was young. I had no idea how any of this shit worked. But even at the time, I could see I didn't like how the characters acted. I thought it was really like, for lack of a better word, cringe. And looking back from now, I realized the reason I didn't like it is because everyone acted like anime as fuck, like generic anime as fuck, and I thought that was fucking stupid. Whereas in the previous show I talked about, they were still anime as fuck, but in a more like serious way. I guess I don't know how to describe it. I know what I'm talking about. You don't have to know what I'm talking about. It's good coloring. Maybe that'll work. Or do we want to do like one of these? But yeah, I thought those Zoids looked cool, and I would have liked to have toys of the Zoids, but I never got any. I had a friend who was into Gundams back in the day, and I don't know. I never watched it. I don't know why I never watched it. I was of the correct age. I was of the perfect age to watch and enjoy Gundam Wing, but I didn't. I don't know why. I could not explain it to you. And I don't recall having any feelings of like, this is stupid, I don't want to watch it. I don't recall having any feelings like that about it. But for some reason, I just didn't watch it. But you go get out of my closet! Get out of my closet! I couldn't tell you. I just don't know why. I kind of want to, you know, the red markings along the Cosby eyes. I kind of want to try painting it like along the wing. We can give that a shot. The worst that could happen. Okay, let me get the pencil out here. Kind of like that. Make it a little thicker down here. And then we'll thin it out at the ends. Just a little bit like that. Okay, that's not bad. Okay, then I want to do the little earpieces as like shoulders on him. So let's get another layer going here. I guess I should go over him, since they're going to be like shoulder pieces. How's that gonna look? Maybe. I like that. Okay, I like that. Oops. That does not seem like the right thickness. But it is. Okay. Take its word for it. No. Yeah, no. Let me do this a slightly different way. What's that sound? Get off of the computer! The cat was sitting directly on top of the computer. God damn it. That'll be a little better. A little too big. There we go. Alright, better. Okay. And we mirror it to the other side, and then that'll be the general, his general appearance there. Something wrong with this cat. He's on the floor, like all the way on his side, like going in a circle, chasing his tail. Like, this cat might be stupid. Alright, let's grab the color. Alright. Sorry, he looked like he was going to do something else dumb, but I was mistaken. Alright. That. Line this up just right. That feels off. Something feels slightly off. But I guess it's fine. Okay. That's the general idea. And those wings will wrap around to form the head. My shoulders will go down to the ear. I mean, there you go. That's the general base design of them. Oh boy. Sorry, I still have the Animorphs page open here. I keep getting distracted by it. The T-Rex is so great, because, like, when it's transformed, it's fine. It's a cool T-Rex toy, but just this shit. They're just normal kids, and then you can make them into a little T-Rex guy with just little dinky arms, and then just a butt on legs and a tail. Like, it's just great. It's great. You know what? I'm curious. Let me look this up. Let me look this up. Okay, I was looking up to see if these go for like $1 gazillion on eBay, but honestly, I mean, it's a little expensive. It looks like the prices range from like $30 to $100 depending on the condition. I'm not gonna buy it, but it's available. It's out there. If you want it. Oh, they even have some, like, in-box, like, of the toys, like, for, like, $60. And here's the thing. They didn't... It's not like they tried to hide how fucked up they looked in the packaging and advertising, because this is what it looked like. You could visibly see that there's no way this toy is going to look like not a bear at any point. You know? There's no way it's going to be not a bear. Oh yeah, I forgot. They had that short-lived live-action show on Nickelodeon. I completely forgot about that. I remember, like, they would go hang out at, like, an internet cafe at the mall, and the game they were always playing on the PC was that MS-DOS Beast Wars game that we played once a few months ago. You know, the one where Cheetor could crouch down like that, the Broly Kulo meme. Man. Weird. Okay, where do we go from here? We need the crunch frames. Right? Or do we? Okay, I'm thinking of our options here, and I've got some ideas. Hold on. Get an example to work with here. Russell. Russell's up here in the corner. Russell exists. Russell's a real boy, robot. So in Click and Play, you don't have a lot of options for fancy shit, but in the Games Factory, we're busting to the Games Factory real quick. I'm going to make an active object here. And look, we can paste into the fucking Games Factory without, like, the entire computer shitting itself. I thought I heard a yowl, but you go get out of my closet! Get out of there! The cat was in my closet, just hollering. I'm doing a not quite black outline for a reason, but hold on. Okay, so check this out. We have him. And let's go grab his hand. Go grab his hand. Take his hand. Oops, I didn't grab it. Hold on. There we go. I don't think I quite got the whole hand. Somehow. No, I did. I have to have. Yeah, we got it all. I'm just being stupid. Okay. Do like this. Few dots missed here. Go. Crunch it down. Put the hotspot here. Okay. I don't think this is gonna work, but if we right-click and select morphing, what this does is it allows you to set up this thing where you can have it programmatically morph it. Like, now by default, if I don't change this grid, this is what it's gonna do. This is what it's gonna do. The two hotspots, I don't care. It's just gonna fade them, which is obviously not what we want. That's obviously not what we want. But if we take these pieces, let's try with a 5x5 first, since we're just digging around. So, do these move? No. Okay. So I'm gonna stick these middle parts up at the head. Okay. So let's associate this with the head. And put these parts here. These parts at this hand. This can just be whatever it is. Not sure how this is going to turn out. It's a little difficult to actually line all this up. Yeah, so I've lined up a bunch of these lines. Now let's see how it processes it. Not quite how I hoped it would work. Oh boy. Like, sort of, but I think they're just too different. They're just too different to work. You know what I mean? I feel like it would help if we can get these edge bits as well, but I don't think it's gonna let us.
Holy crap!
Maybe like that. It's not gonna work. We have to abandon this and do it the more traditional way. Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen this feature of the Games Factory used in a way that doesn't look like shit. Anyway, well, that was just something we had to try. Okay. We need to smush Russell into a partial hand, so let's duplicate this Russell. Smush Russell. Alright, we'll make Russell and his hand visible. Let's see here. And we just need some... Does this have... Let me see something here. No, I was looking to see if it had puppet warp. But it doesn't. No. Hold on. Okay, so there's their standard self, okay? I need an example. I need an example. Okay. There's their standard self, right? Just there, floating in the stage. Here's an idea. Okay. The next frame is a very quick frame. He gets a little larger. Okay, he goes like to appear a little larger, just to show some movement. Then, the very next frame, you see a closed fist. The fist is there for a moment, and then the next frame, the fist gets a little smaller because it backs up a bit from the camera. And then the next frame, the fist pops open to the hand. So that's the effect. It's like this. And that's how it'll transform into the hand. That way, the only thing we really need to draw now is just a fist. And we're probably going to need a fist anyway for whatever we end up having these hands do. What that hand do, though? Okay. Let me hide these wings. Oh. They're separate layers and shit, it's fine. Okay, so we need to draw a hand. Fist. Okay, let me just pull up a quick fist reference image. Okay, I'm just going to go to Google and I'm going to type fisting. Here we go. Into Google image search. Oh, perfect. Alright. Let's get drawing. Okay. I should probably just import it here and like trace over it, shouldn't I? Like that makes the most sense. Can Arthur use his meme fist as his final move? If that's what y'all want, then when we get to the end of the boss fight, remind me so we can make that part of, you know, the response to the boss's desperation attack. Okay, file bin. .net. And we're gonna do this path. There we go. Make this smaller so we have something to work with. Might be, we'll see what we can do. There we go. Okay, this we can work with. Let's make this a little transparent. A little less transparent. I said less. Thank you. Okay. Bring it down around here. And make it a touch smaller. That should do. Good. Alright. Now we'll just trace over this a bit. And we really just want to get the general... As long as it's a squarish looking, you know, job we do, it should fit. Okay, so we'll start with the thumb. I have the wrong color. There we go. As long as this comes out looking square, man, get the fuck out of here, Harold. Then we'll be good. A little longer like this. And a shorter one here. Good. Get some angular looking shit here. I think this will work. Let's get this some color here. So the thumb is going to be yellow. Fingertips are purple, but those aren't visible here. We can put some segmentation on the thumb to match what's going on when it's open. This can have... looks a little weird, but we did put segmentation on the fingers for the open one, so we'll put them here as well. Oops, what am I doing? Okay, and then just a little bit of kind of shading. Very light kind of shading going on here. Oh, nope, not quite. Oh, damn it. There we go. I guess I should zoom in here. And let's just do a little niblet here. Zoom back up to 300 so I can see what I'm doing. And we can do just a little smidgen of shading on the, on the what's it? I saw that Sony released the first images of the God of War TV show. And my reaction to seeing that is, they're making a God of War TV show? Knowing nothing about modern God of War, classic God of War, who's working on the show, and the kind of stuff whoever's working on the show has done before, my prediction is it's going to be more like the Halo TV show than the Fallout TV show, but that's just me being, you know, being negative. That's just me being negative. Oops. That one little pixel, there we go. God damn it. And just some basic ass shading along the edges here. Ugh. It's a little annoying. Freak. Damn. Oops. Alright, just a few touches here and there. You know, I started the stream by saying I'm sorry that I'm always so negative. I just keep getting presented with negative things. But after sitting there and counting on my fingers all the things I don't know about that God of War show and still saying something negative afterwards, you know what? No, it's not entirely because I'm only presented with negative things. That's part of it. But I'm also a big fucking negative Nelly. I just am. Maybe that's just from experience of being alive. I don't know. You know? I don't know, but I kind of feel like, in general, and this is me being negative again, but I kind of feel like, in general, it's better to have what might be an overly negative view of things than to risk having an overly positive view of things, because I feel like you're just more likely to fucking be disappointed and miserable if you expect good things. I don't know. Very hard for me to say exactly what the hell's going on. I could be a Pokemon fan paying $1,000 for useless plastic. No, it's not $1,000. It's one, it's sold out, so you can't buy it anyway. And two, it's why are there so many captchas to go to Pokemon.com? Two, it's unavailable. No, two, it's $69.99. Can you imagine paying $69.99 for plastic that just plays music? Fuck. Also, the PokemonCenter.com is really mad at my web browser right now. Like, it's really mad at my web browser. Like, I dared to go to PokemonCenter.com with, with my ad blocker enabled. So it's like, oops, something went wrong. Let's get you back on track, trainer. Enable browser cookies in JavaScript. Disable any browser plugins. Disable a VPN. Like, why does Pikachu want to fucking steal all of my data? Why does Pikachu want to steal my fucking data? Get the fuck out of here, Pikachu. Ridiculous. Okay, one more thing. We need to have a little barrier right here between the thumb and the hand because it's a robot and it's got to have that clunkiness to it. That should do it for the hand. Okay, what am I doing? Okay, let's close that. Let's test how the animation is going to look. So first things first, let's change our resolution back to the resolution we've been using for the entire rest of this series. Going back down to good old 800 by 600. Oh boy, should look better for you, but significantly worse for me. Alright, back to click and play. I mean, to be fair, Frank Galax got banned from watching a stream and saying he didn't like someone's art. Not the person streaming's art, someone else's art. If someone came into my stream and told me that they do not like Todd Howard's video games, I would shit myself live on stream. Live on stream. So, in a way, I understand. Oops, my music. Okay, we're gonna do a quick test to see how the animation looks, and we'll use Russell as our example, since we have his hand all colored and ready. Oops, get in that level. Okay, first let me test, is the level just clean? It's clean. Good. Well, that comes up, the first dialog box, but we left that in there as a, a template, so we can put the rest of the dialogue in. Okay. So let's start testing with this, and we have to remember... Oh god, I zoomed way too in for this resolution. We have to remember that we have to get this into Click and Play without breaking everything, so, Oh, it's so much harder to use Photoshop at this resolution. Okay, let's grab Russell. Let's give him... a background. We're gonna save this as... No, save for web. That's how we were doing it to make sure the palette is correct. Save for web. GIF with... the color table. Click and Play color table. Okay. Save it as Russell and see if we can import it into Click and Play without the whole world ending.
Holy crap.
Yep. Okay, center that. It's already centered. Wow. I didn't realize how big he was. I mean, I knew, but like, in the context of the game, he looks huge. Which is fine, he's supposed to be a big fucked up robot. Okay, so the next frame he gets big, and then he's gonna be fisted. So we'll do a frame where he's a little larger. To have, so it's kind of like a... You know? So we'll do a new one where he's like 112%? Maybe? See how that would look. I think it works. And then we need to grab the fist. Okay. Copy the fist. Do another export. Ugh. Interesting. Okay. And it's gone. Thanks, Adobe. Right. Grab that. Oh, it like reset my my layout of all my windows and stuff. Alright, try this again. Save for web. Get the correct color table. And Russell Fist. Alright. Assume it's this one.
Holy crap!
Okay, so that's the clean base fist, but we need a larger one because it's gonna go. So, there's a zoom 112 before the current frame. We'll go. Then it'll turn to the hand. So let's go grab the hand. Oh, the hand. I keep forgetting. Save for web. It seems like saving for web without closing Adobe in between your saves just crashes it. What a blunder. Like, what did the web developers do back in this age? Did they just close and reopen every time? Alright. Muscle a hand. And then we might as well close Photoshop since it's going to crash if we try to do it again. Alright. So, hand.
Holy crap!
I think there's going to be some green stuck between these two bottom fingers. There we go. Okay. And then put the hot spot in the center of the hand, since that's going to be, you know, where the center is. So he's there. Okay, so let's get the speed down to like here. Unfortunately, like the way that Click and Play and even all the way up to modern, like, Klik Team Fusion. Like, Klik Team Fusion 2.5. Like, the current released version of Klik Team software, the way that animation works built in, vanilla, is you can't time individual frames for how long they stay on stream. Every frame has to play the same amount of time, which is stupid. So if you want a specific frame to be there longer, you have to copy the frame and paste it multiple times. I don't know why it's been like that for so long. You think that would be easy to do. So I'm going to copy and paste the frames that are going to be on screen a little longer, just a little bit. And I ruined everything. Replace mode is the default option in Klik and Play, so when you do that, it just replaces everything. That's cool. Great default option. Great default option. Loving it. Motherfuckers.
Holy crap!
Lord. Like, I want to love Klik Team's products, because I've had so much fun with them in the past, but it's very hard to defend a lot of their shit when so much of this is still happening, like, literally in the current Klik Team product that you can buy on Steam.
Holy crap!
Better. And replace mode is off. It's gonna play a little faster in game, so let's see. A little too fast. I don't know why there's that gray mark there. And also, the zoom is not zoomy enough. It needs to be zoomier. Let's try 125. Alright, try it again. It still needs to sit on the guy a little longer. Kind of like that. You know? It gets the point across. The opening frames obviously is going to be longer, and we would do that. We would time that, you know. We do it in code. So after he's on screen for X number of seconds, we'll confabulate into the hand. If we copy this over to another animation. Let's call it crouch down. Why not? What if we did this? I don't know if this is going to work. Let's make crouch down this. We'll take the first frame, make it appearing, but we'll make appearing loop forever. And then stopped is just going to be the hand. I have no idea if this is going to work. My idea is if appearing loops forever, then it should just spawn in as, you know, regular Russell just standing there. And that did not work. I guess appearing only happens if he's created. Okay, no problem. We'll just pop him here. Appearing can get the fuck out of here, and we'll make walking the hand. So by default, he's gonna spawn in just as Russell. Okay, and then just a quick thing. Then just a quick thing, if... This is just for dicking around to test. If we click on Russell, his animation changes. Okay. So, there he is. He's fine. All the cutscene stuff happens, and then they transform. Oops. Okay, we need a piece of code to make him, you know, change animations. So when animation has finished, his animation will change to walking. One more time. So, we're in, opening cutscene happens, the Cosby kids appear, and then they transform to show their true form. Bam! That's the general idea that we're shooting for. Let me get rid of the left click since we're not going to need that. Okay. Now we can get the rest of them in here. Wow, it's already been over an hour. It does not feel like it. I swear it feels like I've been at this for like 30 minutes max. And I'm all out of dad gamer juice. Gamer dad juice. Some asset ripper is going to steal the assets from Mother 4 and upload it on the Spider's resource with their own watermark. I'd be okay with that. I would be perfectly fine with that. I'd be perfectly fine with that. I don't care. I would love to see the Cosby bots appear in other games. Why did I close out of Photoshop? Because it would crash if I didn't. Okay. I'm smart. I'm open to that, Volpo. We could see about using that sound effect. Okay, let's see. I want to output the Cosby kids here. Let me make everybody exist real quick. I want the 6 kids first. I just want to grab them real quick. I was going to try to export it all at once, but I'm realizing I have them overlapping each other, so I literally can't. Okay, never mind. Alright, I'll just do it one at a time. Harold is next. Harold has a Harold bot, at least. I don't know about real Harold, but Harold bot here has a very threatening aura. There's just something about how lanky he is. Like, I would not want to go toe to toe with Harold bot. I just wouldn't. Damn it. I'm never gonna remember to do this the right way. Did I save? I hope I did.
Holy crap!
Alright, check for any green specks. I don't see any. Is the hotspot where it should be? Yep. And give him the name of Harold. Okay. Now save, because otherwise I'm going to get fucked up. And let's set up his animations. We already have the hand available here, so we'll just grab it and recolor it the same way we did in the example. Okay, where is Harold Hand? There he is. Zoomed in so I can see him. Zoom in a little more. I'm gonna have to guess on the colors. It's gonna be easier if I just output it, isn't it? Bye, Spooky. Thanks for joining us. Right, it's not going to be easier to just output it because this is going to happen.
Holy crap!
Only has to happen like 9 times. Oh, boy. It's only gotta happen about 9 times. Haha. Was there any other hot gamer news I didn't touch on? We talked about Pokemon. Talked about some other shit. I don't remember anything else. For some reason, these hand imports have like a gray line on the right side. Don't know why. It's really weird. I don't know what caused that. Alright, what's your hotspot? $89.96. Okay. Now we can actually just use this for the palette and just recolor the other part of the hand. Then we need to grab the fist from Russell. That goes 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 before it pops open. Right? Yeah. Okay. Just have to make sure. Alright. Color this sucker in. Orange pingors. So blue thumb. And a white body. Easy. Okay. Either resize them. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Which means we have 5 of them now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. I just get some simple, basic ass code in there. We have walking set up correctly on them, right? Stopped is the existing frame, walking is the hand frame. Good. So by default, you pop in there, he's gonna be, yep, like that. Okay, just a little bit of tedium and importing all the graphics, and then we'll have the start of what we need. Very basic start of what we're doing here, you know? Rearranging them a little, like that. Yeah, I get what you mean, Warp Track. I was feeling the same thing. Alright. Close and reopen Photoshop, because it will crash if we try to save for the web otherwise. Oh, it might crash right now. Nope, no, we're good, we're good. I really feel like there was another gaming news thing that I'm forgetting to talk about. Never know. Oh, the new Pokemon game. That was confirmed Switch 2 only, right? Because that's kind of important. Because if they keep making Switch 1 and 2 games, then the Switch 2 is going to continue to not sell. It was. Good. Okay. This is going to be a catalyst of tons of people buying the Switch 2. Like, tons of them. Shitload. Save this, get it imported. Ooh, those hot dogs are trying to come back out. Like, I think Nintendo knew that they needed a Switch 2 exclusive Pokemon to really get, you know, get the ball rolling on sales. Like they knew it. Now, something I am concerned about is there's been rumors that, you know, Nintendo may increase the price of the Switch 2. And I feel like that would be pretty bad, because I feel like right now, the Switch 2 is overpriced as is. So, if they're going to do it, then doing it before the launch of Pokemon is the time to do it. That's just all I'm saying, is that's the time to do it. It's weird how it puts this random line on the side of the exports, but it's fine. It doesn't interfere. I don't think they're going to increase the price of the game. I think the game is going to sell for what they've been selling the rest of their games for, which is still too high. But, you know. To have them overlap each other a touch more, so they fit. Oh, but for sure they're gonna sell bundles, and the bundles they might find a reason to make the bundle cost a little bit more. You know, they'll include some absurd plastic trinket in the bundle to justify it costing like $30 more than if you had just bought the console and the game separately. Like they'll include like a plastic model of like a fat sunburnt Pikachu in the box. I've been seeing some stuff about the eShop emulated release of Fire Red and Leaf Green. Apparently, the way that Nintendo set up the emulator, it'll actually like intercept and detect if you use any no-no words when you're naming your trainer, and it'll not let you name your trainer anything bad. And like, here's the thing: if that's gonna end up linking with like, you know, the Pokemon box, so you can transfer your Pokemon over there and then you can use it online in other games, then I guess I get it. Because you can't have a kid online receiving a Pokemon whose original trainer was named like Anal Fister. Like, you can't have that happen. So in a way, I get it. You know? Sorry, cat's being a butthole. But yeah, in a way I get it, you know? Oh, hello, Pachuco. Also, it's emulated, right? So theoretically, the glitches from the original game, the original release, those should still work, right? People should still be able to like do fucked up glitches to catch like Missing No or whatever, right? Or whoever the equivalent was in Fire Red Leaf Green. Grab the other hand so I have a reference point for the what's it? The hotspot. But like, you should be able to like glitch the game to like catch all sort of fucked up Pokemon, right? Like there's glitches like that for Fire Red and Leaf Green, right? There has to be. Sorry, Cinco's texting me. So at the end of the day, if they end up allowing you to like import your Pokemon into the Pokemon Home, theoretically you'd be able to get some fucked up Pokemon in there.
Holy crap!
Okay, what's the hotspot? 89.96. Yep. 89.96. Why did it get set to 95? 96. There we go. Although now that I say that, I'm sure they have some kind of like error checking in their Pokemon Home or whatever it's called that'll stop you from importing fucked up Pokemon. So I don't know. I just think it'd be interesting. Fire Red Leaf Green has like arbitrary code execution glitches, right? It'd be kind of fucked up if Fire Red Leaf Green, through the use of arbitrary code execution, if that ended up being an entry point into hacking the Switch too. That'd be pretty good. Oh boy. the animation set up here. Now we need the fist animation, so we'll grab it from here. Let's go grab the hand as well. And recolor. Oh, we have fingertips. Well, the fingertips aren't visible when the fist is fisted, so that's fine. Okay, we want some pink for the fingers. The thumb, oops, wrong direction. Thumb is purple. Oops. And then the main body is that color. Nope. Get the resize zoom going on. One, two, three, four. Good. Save the game. See how this little girl is doing with her nap. Uh-oh, she's awake. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Send her a message. Uh-oh, you're awake. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, you're awake. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm sure she appreciated that message. Let me just mark that she's awake. There we go. Alright. 3 hands. Oops, forgot to name this one. And just copy the one event we've been doing so far. Whoa. Wait, whoa. It's weird, because we saw the Arthur glitch last time, but I didn't know it also extended, like, over here. Like, it plopped... Like, there was a break in the Arthurs down here. Why is there a break in the Arthurs? I really hope this weird event glitch doesn't fuck everything up. That's my main concern right now. Okay, got those 3 in. Back in Photoshop. Let's work on getting the remainders. Ooh, boy. Why is the computer chugging? I wonder if when Adobe crashes, it's like causing a memory leak. We're not getting that RAM back. Okay, on the right side we've got Bucky. Bucky's just creepy to me, and it's not just the skull head we gave him, there's just something off about him. When did people stop being named Bucky? I feel like that's just not a name anymore. We got Bucky. Don't give a fucky. Bucky does sound like a dog's name. Sorry, I'm one-handing this because the cat is laying down in my other hand. We gotta grab his hand so we can get his palette. Alright, where is he? Where is the Buckster? Oh. Very basic palette on him. Always forget, every single time. Bucky hand. It's really a shame that I had to skip streaming yesterday. Like, I really did want to play more nuts and bolts. Like, I do have a good time, like, tinkering with vehicles in that game. I probably could have streamed late, but I don't like to stream scheduled games late because I want to make sure that anyone who wants to watch the stream is able to. So I don't like to do that.
Holy crap!
Alright. Get these straggler pixels. And let's go grab an example hand to use for the hotspots. Get this one. Flip it. Okay, still, let's see, 85.96. All right. And then we gotta set up the animation. Good. Now we have to grab a fist. Something happen here? No, I'm just being weird. I don't know, I thought the hand popped out in a weird way. I was getting concerned. The hand is gonna jump out of my computer and touch me. Alright, get the coloring going here. Very simple coloring. Let's do the thumb first, actually. It's gonna make the most sense to knock the thumb out. Otherwise, we're gonna get confused. Cosby can't escape the TV world. The feature-length film would lead you to believe otherwise. Yep. Alright, then we get the resize zoom, going backwards. Now I have to do this with a cat in my hand, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, there we go. Good. Let's get the event in place. Ugh, this cat's breath stinks. Ugh. Nasty animal. Okay. I'm really thirsty. That gamer juice was not sufficient. Really wish this cat was not in my lap right now, making this significantly more difficult than it needs to be. Alright, let's get Donald. Do you ever think about the other people on Twitch in this category, the software and development category, like streaming themselves working on real things? Well, I'm here with like Robo Cosby Kids. Oh boy. Oh, I'm getting my hand back. In fact, let me take a look. I'm going to twitchtv.com. TwitchTV.com? What? I kind of want to go there, but I'm going to do it. TwitchTV.com. What does that do? Oh, good. It's just a generic error. Whew. I wonder how... Hold on. Hold on. I want to see how much TwitchTV.com costs. TwitchTV.com. Oh, the domain is taken. Lame. Oh, well. What are we deving up in here? It's funny, I was just talking about that. I was literally just talking about that. About what are the other people in this category doing? We are doing... Oops, I lost my window. We're making a... I guess you could use the word shitpost video game. With various different characters in it. Right now we're focusing on a boss fight against robotic versions of the Cosby Kids who form a giant evil robot Bill Cosby. I know this is a weird thing to come in on. I full well recognize this is a weird ass thing to come in on, but it's normal to me, damn it. Oh boy. What am I doing? What am I doing? There we go. Alright. Let's get Donald imported here. Where is he? There he is. Alright. Get them specs out of there. We have Donald. Might move him over a little more. But yeah, what was I saying? I wanted to check to see what real streamers are doing in this category. So let me go look real quick. I want to actually see, because I've never looked at this category before. Ever. Let's see, browse. Search. Game. Development. It's surprisingly difficult to even find this category. Like, Twitch tries to, like, make it as hard as possible. To actually search for the shit. Software and game development. Okay, let's see what the real channels are doing. That's a waiting screen. That's a kind of weird logic puzzle. It's a guy looking at an IDE. Someone drawing things in Photoshop. I'm not gonna lie, most of the other streams I'm seeing here in the software and game development category, other than the fact that they don't have the Cosby Kids on screen, they look very similar to mine. Or they're just sitting there with either Photoshop or like a programming IDE in the center. So maybe I I scrolled down and hey, there's me! I see myself! Also, everyone is using dark mode for their coding IDEs. If I ever stream myself in a coding IDE, I'm going to make sure it's as bright and harsh on the eyes as possible. Okay, let me stop digging around and get back to what I was doing here. We need Donald. Donald hand. Where is Donald's hand? Let's see. So I already closed it, but I think most of the other people streaming in this category have relatively low viewer numbers as well, so I'm not that much of a loser when I stream this somehow. Oops. There we go. Watching someone type code isn't the most exciting thing. I mean, yeah, okay, granted, like, I would not want to watch someone on Twitch.tv coding. I would not. But I would be interested in seeing the timeline, the development of a game from, beginning to end. That is interesting to me. So if I were to watch a stream like that, that's what I would watch it for. That's interesting to me. I'm pretty sure that guy, the new viewer who came in asking what I was developing, left after I explained we're doing a boss fight against the Cosby Kids, but that's okay. I understand. I'm only hurt a little. There we go. Get the hand in. There we go.
Holy crap.
Oops. What did I do? And get these specs out of here. Good. Alright. Get the other hand so we can get the hotspots. Well, actually I don't need to, just 8596. I do worry that my streams are very hard to approach for new viewers, partially because the absurdity of what I stream on Saturdays. 2, because of how, dead tired I usually am when I stream video games on Tuesdays and Fridays. And 3, some of you don't understand how off-putting it is when you pretend to have horrible opinions. And I know you're pretending. But for a new viewer to come in and see that, It's not great. Okay, let's start the animation. Let's reset the music. Okay, we need the fist. Regular sized fist. And the hand. And do the whole song and dance here. Okay, so. Body is green. Let's do the thumb first, because I'm going to get confused if the body and thumb are green at the same time. Have I put any thought into how the fight will work? Nothing beyond the basic concept. The hands are floating around there. They'll take turns coming in, doing attack waves. They'll become vulnerable somehow. I've been focusing on just the basic graphics for now, which is probably not a good approach, but that's the approach I took. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Already named him, right? We did. Every hand having a health bar. I mean, I'm open to ideas once we actually get down to coding it. You know, we'll figure out how it works. Trying to finish getting these graphics in, so we have something to actually move around the screen. Okay, Donald is done. Now we just gotta grab Mushmouth here. Ah, damn hair is messing with me. Web. Get palette. And Mushmouth. How come Mushmouth doesn't get a real name? Like, even Dumb Donald is Donald. Mushmouth doesn't get a name. Why? What did Mushmouth deserve to go unnamed? Like, what the fuck? Maybe that's his name? Then his parents fucking suck. His parents are fucking assholes then. Oh boy.
Holy crap!
Okay. Not quite. There they are. Oh boy. Does Mushmouth have a space in it? I don't know. It does not. Apparently it doesn't. I did a search. I did a search for Mushmouth, and I'm seeing a frame from the Fat Albert movie. Why how come in the animated segments of the Fat Albert movie, they didn't even try to make it look like the original, you know, the original show? Like, they didn't even fucking try? Like, let me get an example for you. Like, they didn't even try to pretend to match the art style. Like, look. Like, this is the show. That's Mushmouth. That's what he looks like. That's what you expect the Fat Albert show to look like. And then this is from the movie. What? What? Like, how do you go from this to this? Were they afraid to make it look like the TV show? Do they not have enough money to make it look like a TV show? Like, it's a completely different art style. Like, stick to the art style from your source material. Anyway, there's no space in Mushmouth. Almost done for the day. Let's grab Mushmouth's mouth in his hand for the import. Give Mushmouth an interesting color design where his fingers are even more color segmented. Alright. Once again, wrong save prompt. Mushmouth hand, there we go. And let's get this done. Wait. I'm gonna believe real time because he has no reason to lie to me. Hallmark, who owned Fat Albert and the Filmation library at the time, denied the permission to use the character designs of the original series. Why? If you're seeing that they're making a feature film of the franchise, you know, a big studio is making a feature film. The original creator of the series is behind it. Why would you deny them the rights to the character designs other than you're a dickhead? I just don't get it. The only possible reason I can think of is they're a dickhead and they wanted more money for it or something. Why the fuck? Like, fuck off, Hallmark. Why, Hallmark, why do you even own Fat Albert, Hallmark? Give it back. Give it back, Hallmark. That's not yours. You didn't make this. Hallmark. $85.96. $85.96. $85.96. What the fuck is Hallmark gonna do with Fat Albert? They're just hoarding the license. Like, that pisses me off, and I'm not even, like, a real Fat Albert fan. I didn't see the movie. I've only watched, like, 2 or 3 episodes of the show. I shouldn't be pissed off, but I am. Fuck you, Hallmark. I'm never buying a greeting card again. Oh, Lord. Okay, red thumb. Orange body. Oops. Yes, I'm mad at the greeting card now. Fuck them. Where do they get off, like, saying who can and can't draw Fat Albert the way that he really looks like? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, as a test. Oh, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay. Get the last event in. And just to cap off the day, I'm going to throw in a quick debug thing here. Just so we can see the results. I'm reading more of Real Time, and I'm taking Real Time's word as gospel. He has no reason to lie to me. Since the original Filmation Fat Albert character designs created by Alberto De Mello remain the property of Hallmark Entertainment, new versions needed to be designed. The task fell to James Lopez and Tony DeRosa, who served as supervising animators. Bert explains that the designs of the characters in the movie boils down to the personal style of Jamie Lopez, who was a supervising animator at Disney Feature Animation. Okay, I mean, I still hate Hallmark now, but I don't like Hallmark anymore. Not that I did to begin with, but still. Okay, so. The game load in. Okay, so we're in. And I'm going to have them transform in a second here. Ready? Oh, that's great. One more time, one more time. Wow. Now, I think in practice, when it's actually in the cutscene, they should each start like a few milliseconds apart from each other. So rather than just being simultaneous, it's almost like it's like a vroom. I don't know how to use words anymore, but I think you know what I mean. But that's beauty. That's wonderful. That's the fruit of our labor. Wonderful. Great. We did it. We did it. Did it. Did it. Did it. Did it.
Goodbye, stupid. We've had a lot of fun on your crappy computer. Please don't ever come back.
Okay. All right. Well, there you go. There you go. We made progress today. We made progress. We're getting the graphics into Click and Play. Next, we got to get Bill's graphics in, including the torso for the main body, and then we can start actually animating the introduction to the boss fight. So, yeah, good. Good stuff. We're making progress. I know it seems slow that we've spent 3-ish streams just working on the introduction for this boss fight, but we need those graphics for the actual boss fight as well. So, it had to happen. Anyway, I appreciate y'all tuning in. It means a lot to me. Thank you. There's not many people who will sit around and watch a man draw Robo Cosby Kids for a shitty boss fight. I appreciate it. Let's see. Next week, assuming that nothing fucks up the schedule, then next week will hopefully be normal. Tuesday at 10 p.m., more Barnyard. Friday at 9 p.m., the return to Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. And next Saturday at 1 p.m., I'm working more on the game. Anyway. I'm going to go and I'm going to go enter the nearest Hallmark store and take a dump on the floor. Thanks for watching. And I'm going to blame the dump on him.